Welcome back. Welcome back, family. Welcome to our community. Today we're going to do a chakra balancing from lower to upper chakras. And then later on in the video, we're going to do an oracle card reading. So if you're new to the community, please like, comment, and subscribe. You know that I respond to your comments and I love to hear the beautiful things that you have to share. I only ask that you say things for the highest vibrational good so that we can protect this community and just keep it a safe space where we don't have to overthink it. And we can just be here and be our imperfect selves. So, as I usually do I have your permission to say a prayer? It's not religious. It's a spiritual prayer to connect us to community, connect us to spirit in our individual healing journeys. So I'm going to ask, do I have your permission? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for our highest good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Kutumi. Please connect us to our spirit guides, spirit animals, archangels, ancestors, spirit guides, and all for our highest vibrational good. Connect us to our own individual healing journey, to community, so that we may move forth in our evolutionary path and allow any lower vibrational energy to move on its next evolutionary path in the transformational flames of Saint Germain. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Starting in our lower chakra. Let's clear you out first. Do some Reiki symbols and get you there. So I want you to just breathe that in and out. Let me get you a little bit more there. And I want to do this healing from the internal. A lot of times I work in the aura field, but I want to do this healing from the internal. I want you to really own your power to heal yourself, okay? 2 more breaths. Now, during this entire session, I want you to know that this flame is the transformational flame of Saint Germain. So it's a representation of as you exhale, you're exhaling, you're letting something go. You can send it there and it moves on to its next evolutionary path. So that's negative energy, negative things. I don't look at things as negative or bad. I just look at them as lower vibrationally and just lower on the evolutionary path of energy, pretty much. So go ahead and focus that on the flame. If you need that, you can also just let go and let God. So I'm going to do some Reiki symbols on you. Good job. Continue to breathe. Good job. I'm just going to take a couple of moments to connect. Please, God, allow me to be a facilitator of deep healing so that they may move forward in their evolutionary path. Feel healed from the past. Let go of anything holding them down. Please, God, bless me on my healing journey as I continue to move forward in my next evolutionary path, that I may be able to grow into my path and let go of things from the past that no longer serve me. I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay. Good job. So let's go ahead and start this off at the root chakra. I have some black tourmaline. Do you mind holding it? Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple of moments just to look at it. And I did the Reiki symbol for distant healing. And the reason why I did that is so you can feel the energy of black tourmaline. One of my favorite stones. A stone that I carried for years, just in general. Because I had boundary issues, internal boundary issues. So I really use this to keep me grounded and make smart decisions. So go ahead and hold this. Just get your hands out in a gesture of receiving. Okay. Good job. Placing that. You can also place it in your lap. It's your choice. Okay. I want you to breathe into your root chakra here. I want you to feel the energy flowing up through your legs, through your toes, feet flat on the ground. Imagine that there are roots coming from your feet, energetic roots, flowing all the way down to the center of the earth, pulling up that neutral, grounded energy. It is the sensation of earthing or grounding, if you understand what that is. Bringing yourself energetically down if you're frazzled or you have any kind of just bringing it down, feeling in your body. Sometimes trauma can bring the soul out of your body, and you're working on putting it back in, and that means you feel safe. That's why your body would go back in. You feel safe emotionally, physically, financially, having your needs met. So you really have to own that and pull yourself back in so that you can connect to that purpose we're always talking about. Okay. Couple more breaths here. Okay. Just working with the energy around you. God, please allow community to root down deep and the individuals within our community to root down deep so that they pull up that neutralizing energy. A gesture of higher consciousness, pulling up, having all their basic needs met, and feeling as if they are allowed to be comfortable and at peace in the present. I say all of that in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now we're going to move up to our navel, which is our sacral chakra, the place of fertility in babies and fertility in business. So it is up to you. It could be a combination of both. I see a lot happening right now, like babies and birthing businesses and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started there. We're still going to use this black tourmaline as a place of grounding, especially if you've had any issues with fertility in any of the senses I just talked about. God, please allow us to pull the energy upward, feeding in our place of creativity, our womb, bringing it all the way up, allowing the energy to flow there, removing any blockages, allowing energy to come in or taking any energy that's taking up too much space and moving it out, bringing that energy upwards, allowing us to accept this energy, to accept ourselves in this energetic process, just bringing that energy up. God, please give us the wisdom to let go, especially if we're having difficult times here. Let go of the past and let go of the circumstances that are bringing us not the outcome that we want, and accept the right path for us and allow us to see that path. I pray, God, that we are grounded in who we are, in divine love for you, universe, source, whatever it is that community connects with. This is not religious. And that we feel at peace in our hearts with ourselves, and we accept ourselves, and we have so much love, understanding, and gratitude for ourselves. And we bring that energy up, connecting with that energy of the root chakra, pulling those nutrients in and allowing that area of creativity, fertility, our endocrine system to be like the stem of a new growing tree to continue to grow. For those of us who have wombs or are representation of feminine energy, if you do or do not have a womb, it doesn't matter, allowing that energy there. And you can take your hands and put your hands on your tummy, maybe one in front, one behind, or just both on your tummy in that lower area, and just breathe in that energy there. A gesture of understanding, of hormonal balance, and most important, of compassion. You gotta have compassion for yourself. Without compassion, there's no way that you can birth any of these ideas into life. 2 more breaths here. just breathing in that compassion right there. And just say, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. I love myself, I love myself. God, please root down and connect that energy from the bottom to the up. And I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Good job. Now we're going to move that energy up to our solar plexus. We're still going to work with that black tourmaline, and only because we want to ground down. We don't want it to be a situation in which we're being arrogant. That's not what we're going for. We also don't want it to be a situation where we're self-loathing and we don't believe in ourselves. That's not what we're going on. We want to ground in the things that we know for certain about ourselves. Sometimes those things have nothing to do with anybody else. Just go in, and I want you to look through your life, okay? And I want you to think of a time where you're like, wow, I can't believe I got to the other side of that. Regardless of if other people, thought that that was amazing. But you may have had financial situations growing up. You may have been a victim of some sort, and you're like, wow, I did that, and it makes you feel proud. That is the confidence, the fact that you got through it, even though you didn't know that you're going to be able to. That really matters, and that's what we're working on here. So we want to ground down and ground our reality in that, build it up, and use that as the backbone and the foundation of anything that we go through in life. That's why we really need to have that black tourmaline in this specific situation. So God, please connect us to our highest good, our highest sense of confidence, those times that we were resilient, even in situations of great challenge, and we found a way through. Please allow us to be receptive to our greatness, because I know it can be difficult, especially if we feel like we're not exactly where we want to be yet. That we just are receptive and we allow things to flow, and we allow ourselves to have genuine confidence for the things that we are genuinely confident about, to feed us in any creative ideas, bringing that energy up. A gesture of pulling up. Exhale. Final breath. Exhale. And just sitting there. And right now with community, the sensation that I'm getting is that it can be overwhelming to be receptive of that, to be receptive of confidence that stems from your true self and not from what you think or what you've been told that confidence should come from. It's also very vulnerable. And by no means do you have to share it, though it can be powerful for whatever your community is. You do not have to share it if you do not want it. It can be your own individual thing. And there might even still be a little bit of healing there, even though dang, I'm a badass for getting to the other side of that. So be receptive, be understanding, and most important, pull up from that sacral energy and have compassion. Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, so we're going to move our energy on. I'm going to take that back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to put that over here. And now we're going to work with blue kyanite, which I love to work with on the channel, because it just has really, really good throat and third eye energy. Very transformational stone. Really good for seeing things, for seeing your psychic truth and seeing your path. So I'm going to use this. We're going to start this at our heart. And we're just trying to give you, I want you to take this, okay? I'm going to give you a moment to really just look at it. Okay. There we go. I want you to take this and I want you to put it on your heart. I'm going to give it to you to put on your heart. Just put it on your heart. You can put it on your heart, just kind of like in the center right there. So go ahead and take that. There you go. Okay. And I want you to put that right there. Okay. It's up to you. I want you to put it right on your heart. Okay. Please, God, allow us. I'm going to take this hand and put it behind. Please, God, allow us to connect with our greatest purpose, our greatest sense of self, that connection to the divine and our purpose here on earth as we are walking around and living. Let us get back past any of our traumas, any of our obstacles, and move forward and understand that challenges can be opportunities, but get to a place where we are strong enough, our spirit is in our body, and we can move forward so that we can be an inspiration to others. Please allow us to be vulnerable in our purpose, but also allow us to have strong boundaries so that we are not taken advantage of, as well as we do not feel a sensation or a need to take advantage of others. Please ground us out in who we are. Bring us that highest consciousness to understand this connection, and it allows us to move forward in our evolutionary path. Say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And I really want to just be honest and say that it's not that people are always going to be a victim. It is not that people are always going to be the victimizer. You can be in situations where you're like, dag, I think I took advantage of that situation, even though it might not have been your intention. And just understand, like, okay, how can I come into the situation with the purest intention? You can also be on the reverse end as well, where you're like, dang, I really let them or someone or the situation get the best of me in a way that I felt like I couldn't bounce back, that I believed in the lower vibrational energetic experience that I feel like was being presented in front of me, and making a decision that's like, don't care. I know what I believe within myself. Getting back to that solar plexus confidence and just trust yourself, connecting in with your heart, being at peace with yourself, and having that vulnerability to share with community, as well as having strong boundaries. I teach strong boundaries in all of my yoga classes, meditation classes. I've had people come to tears because I'm like, reconnect, be vulnerable, be with yourself, but enforce those boundaries. Good job, good job, good job. Now, we're going to move this energy next to our throat. And this is so very important, to speak your truth. So community, I'm going to give you a challenge. The challenge here is that you have to start speaking your truth to whatever your community is. If you want to start here and you want to put it in the comments, you can do that. If you want to go to your friends, your family, whatever, hobby groups that you have, you can do it there too. But the challenge is you got to start speaking your truth. Speak it just a little bit at a time, even if your challenge is once a week. And it might be something that it's not crazy at all, but it's so important to you that you feel like, I don't want to share this with people. But I want you to push yourself to do it, because you don't know whose life you're going to change by putting yourself out there. And you didn't go through these struggles just for yourself. We all benefit from them. So we love to hear what's going on there. So I want you to just be receptive. I'm going to take a little bit of this Palo Santo, and I want you to just breathe this in, just so that you have the courage to speak your truth. Okay. Just asking that you have the courage. Breathe it in. Still pulling from that blue kyanite, and I want you to put it now on your throat. Yeah, put it right there. And I'm going to put my hands there as well. Just trying to tap the mic right there and ask you to open up. Please, God, allow us to speak our truth, so that we may speak for our highest good only, and that we may speak words for the highest good of others only. Please allow us to share our experience, especially if it's vulnerable, to the right people, in which our experience can create a healing path for them. Please allow us to stand in confidence in who we are, pulling that confidence up. And if we have been in any situations that have been particularly challenging, that we release that and let that go as we speak our experience. Please allow community to be receptive, and that the right community forms for us to be receptive to our healing journey, so we can do the greatest good. That we set the intention with our words to only bring the highest vibrational good, and that we move forward in our evolutionary path. And I say all of this in the name of Ashe. I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So just take a couple moments here, breathing in that voice, speaking your truth. And your truth is not rehearsed, it's just from the heart. Sometimes you can start in the mirror. That's a little bit tricky too. If you never really faced yourself and you only thought of yourself as something separate than yourself, having that conversation with yourself can be very life-changing. So I often say, start that work in the mirror. Just put yourself out there, whatever group you're in. Just share something about yourself or share something about your perspective on doing something that is for the highest good. And just put it out there. Boom, drop the mic and walk off. Just do a little bit more each day. Some challenging community to do that for this week. Just go ahead and do that and try that out and see how it feels. Just kind of like, step into your new life and who you are. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's bring it to the third eye. I'm loving this third eye energy that we've been having as community. Just clearing that away a little bit. And then I might do a little bit of like stimulation of the third eye in order to just like, kind of like how I just said, tap, 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 tap the mic. And remember, you also have this energy, this candle right there as well. So I'm going to push this forward and then I'm going to pull it out. Good job. Dear God, please allow us to remove any obstacles from seeing our greatest good and our greatest truth. Please allow us to follow the path that is near and dear to our heart, and allow us to remove any of these other things that we've built up in our minds that no longer serve us. Please, God, allow us to move forward, to see everything that we need to see in our path, and to trust that path first, and let go of the old way of doing things. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Good job. And I'm immediately going to start pulling down from higher energy for our crown chakra. God, please connect us to our higher selves, to you, to the divine, the energy that connects us to all community. Please allow us to live a purposeful life and allow all of the things that we've ever gone through be there to fuel our purpose, to fuel our message, that it is the energy that keeps us moving in times where we might have low self-confidence, or we might think like, oh, we've made or hit these challenges. How are we going to get to the other side? God, please connect us with that third eye vision, as well as that crown chakra that connects us to our highest self, that ability to see the macro view, pulling in this energy from divine source. The bottom represents the energy drawing up, the top represents the energy coming down, putting it there and releasing it into you. And I say, God, all this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, take a deep breath, filling up. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, let it go. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Okay, let me go ahead and just smooth over your aura. We're going to go ahead and disconnect. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just take a couple of moments. Thank you, love you. And there we go. That's our energy healing for the day. I'm just going to take a couple seconds to do this card pull from this oracle deck. This is the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. Love this deck. Setting the intention to pull one card that's just good for community today. So God, I ask that one card be pulled that is a representation of community for today and for our highest good. Thank you for whatever comes up. Ooh, I had this feeling. Pull a card from the bottom. So I'm going to stick to that. Pulling that out. Let's go ahead and see what this is. What is this? This is, throat chakra. Were we just not talking about this? And talking about that blue kyanite energy. So let's read about the throat chakra. Is that not the funniest thing ever? Especially since now you all know for certain that you have to be serious about that challenge of speaking your truth. So it says the frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life. We have that with our blue kyanite. The blue flower of life in our sense supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So with our challenge for the week, as it is so appropriately pulled, if you need a little bit more guidance on what you need to say, choose things you put out there that is for our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So you're choosing to share yourself maybe in vulnerable situations when it is for your highest truth, your highest peace and balance. Maybe it's a support group. Maybe it's a group in which people are aspiring to do things. Share it in those spaces. Maybe don't share it with the person that you know that is a naysayer, okay? Don't share it with them. Share it in these spaces. So, community, the divine has asked us all, I'll be a part of it, asked us all to focus on that third chakra, and all we can do is literally accept that energy. So you all did a fantastic job today. I cannot wait to see you the next time, and if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it to you. I love you. You did a fantastic job, and please, please, please take care of yourself. Like, comment, and subscribe.